So in today's video, we're gonna be shooting around Provincetown, Massachusetts, where Emily and some of my family have been camping for the last week. Been wandering around, walking a tremendous amount, shooting quite a bit with the Mamiya C220 and pretty heavily with the 80mm f2.8 blue dot lens and some Kodak Gold 200. So we're gonna roam around, take some pictures, talk about some of the things that we're seeing. And I also want to talk a little bit about Joel Meyerowitz's Cape Light, which I made a video on last year that I've changed my opinion on slightly. So let's have some fun and hang out for a little while. So when I reviewed Joel Meyerowitz's Cape Light, I was, I guess I'd say a little bit critical of it because, you know, I wanted to give my open and honest opinion about it, and I really kind of just felt like it wasn't, you know, the Cape that I know. And I think maybe that was maybe slightly outside of what I was really understanding about the Cape and what it is, because ever since I've been coming here since I was a kid, I never really noticed or saw like the small town appeal of beach communities. And I never saw like those old things, you know, the little fruit stands and the drive-in movie theater and all like the little things that make a small little beach community what it is. And because of the last week that we spent here walking around aimlessly, finding cool shops, meeting incredible people, I think I've kind of understood this area a little bit better than I did before, which is maybe a little bit more of a maturation process of myself. But also it really kind of just goes to show that, you know, sometimes your opinions on things change. My opinion on Cape Light has changed. I went through it again before I came out here just to kind of get refreshed with the idea. And yeah, I feel a little bit differently about the book than I did when I first went through it. And yeah, that small town charm is certainly alive. And I did mention that I thought that that kind of thing would never exist again and could never exist again. But walking around here for days and, you know, doing 10 or 12 miles of walking every single day, it has really shown me an entirely different side of the Cape. Would it be okay if I took a picture of you guys?
No.
Yeah, please
No.
do.
No.
Yes. No, you know how many people
well,
have taken pictures of both of us?
I've already passed like 1,000 people with cameras. You don't want one? You're already up there?
That way you're protected.
Yeah, exactly.
Against what?
So nobody knows that was my photo.
Oh, you're going to take property of my photo?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
wasn't
it's
your
my camera, my
photo?
film now, so it's now it looks like it belongs to me.
Let me go take a call.
Just met a man named Dan who grew up here, and let him take the old Mamiya C220 for a spin. He took a photo, I think. I don't know. He wasn't focusing. but he said it came out really good. So I'll show you guys that photo anyways, despite it not being mine, and also it might not be in focus.
I'm new. This is my first day with this.
Yeah.
So give me a second. Harry, smile.
You finally got a job, huh? After all these years.
And we come by the
Yo, yeah, just hang out.
Stop it.
Yeah, beautiful area. Nice job. So anyways, let's talk a little bit about the gear that we're using, because you guys love gear. I love gear. Who doesn't love gear? I've been shooting mainly with the 80mm f2.8 because I wanted to get more portraits of people. And even though when you're walking down the main strip of Commercial Street in P-Town, you know, you're seeing people everywhere, but because it's Memorial Day weekend, there are just so many people and the streets are just crowded. They're flooded with human beings everywhere. And it kind of takes a little bit away from being able to single out one person and say, I want to photograph them, because there's just so much going on. And I'm obviously spending quality time with the people I love the most. So I'm not just solely focused on photographing, but today it's a photograph day. That's all we're doing, is gonna come out here and take pictures with this camera. And obviously it's super bright out. I don't have an ND filter, so shooting wide open is just not gonna be possible. But at 5.6, 1/500th of a second, we're in business. And I think that's where I'm gonna hang around today. I might even overexpose a little bit by going to f4 and even f2.8, which will be 2 stops of overexposure, but I think this film can handle it. But it's gonna be entirely dependent on the scenes. Probably gonna stay away from Commercial Street because I have gotten a lot of photographs over there. And quite frankly, I wanna see a little bit more of the nature side of things. We visited Provincetown Brewery, which is where I got this hat. The owners are actually camping in this really nice Airstream right next to us. And they're so funny and so nice. And we went there to have a couple of cocktails, and there was this woman sitting on this chair, and she was just reading a book quietly while having a beer. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ask that girl if I could take a picture. And I said, hey, do you mind if I take a picture of you reading? And she goes, yeah, sure, I don't care. And I said, okay, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm just gonna kind of roam around, find the best angle. And I kind of stood where the line is for the beer, in between a bunch of people. And I got this shot at f2.8, and it might be probably one of my favorite shots. I'm really hoping it comes out the way that I hope it comes out. It was really moody in there, it had nice shadows, a lot of contrast with some of the light coming in from the ceiling. She had this nice tropical plant behind her, and this like stoplight that was giving off some interesting colors. And there's a lot of pride flags out here, so there's just pops of color everywhere. And I'm just really, really hoping, fingers crossed, that that one turns out well, because out of all the portraits I've taken so far, that might be the one I'm looking forward to most, outside of the ones I've taken of my beautiful wife Emily, my brother, my buddy Kevin, my mom, my nephew. I'm just, I feel like there's just a lot going on, and I'm very grateful to have this time. And yeah, now I get to have a little bit more time to take more pictures. I've already shot 4 rolls, by the way. 4. I'm glad I bought 2 Pro Packs. Last one. Let's find a place to change. All right, so I think it's time to head back to camp for a late lunch, early dinner, and just kind of relax a little bit. I got a lot of really cool, interesting photos, a lot of town stuff, not a tremendous amount of nature, but just had a good time exploring, meeting a lot of different people. I photographed this kid named Finn. He was really interesting looking, and you know, he was wearing clothes that were just way too hot for the temperature that we have right now. It's about 86 degrees. I also photographed this woman who was tagging horseshoe crabs right at the beginning of the trip out here to photograph. So that was nice. Everything went kind of smoothly. The 80mm was acting up a little bit, but ultimately, I had a pretty good day. I hope you guys did too, seeing the sights and sounds of Provincetown in the summer. Yeah, it was a good day. I'll see you guys all soon. Bye.